am taking a drink of tea. It actually feels like fall here today. Like it's a little chilly here. We've got the fireplace going, but it's in the other room, so it's going to take a bit to get this room warm. So just pardon me for a second. That is good. And yes, it's a glasses day. I notice my eyes getting a little red, and I don't want to happen what happened back here in the spring. So taking a break from my contacts. So it stinks because I feel like there's a horrible glare. Maybe if I turn that might help a little bit. But yes, I know. Daytime is not always great for everybody, but Aiden works tonight, and we are in renovation hell in our house right now. We're trying to finish this darn bathroom vanity in our upstairs main bathroom, and we thought we were going to have it finished last night, and then of course, as usual, something didn't go to plan. So we're waiting for something to show up today. So hopefully it'll get finished. And Aiden works tonight, and we're also starting our garage renovation, which was supposed to have started yesterday. So we're a day behind on that. So yeah, we're always busy. So good morning, Tanya. Thanks for coming. Oh, yay. Hello, Annette. I'm so happy to have you join. And I know I do have some subscribers who are on a totally different time zone than us. So daytime is nice because then I get to chat with a lot of them that I don't get to chat at night. So hence the daytime. And I lost track of my days. I meant to advertise that this live was going to be during the day like 2 days ago. And I woke up this morning thinking, oh, yeah, I got to get that out today because tomorrow I'm going live. And then Grace let me know today was Wednesday. So I apologize. I should have really advertised this at least a day ago. So it says we have 4 watching. So that's better than none. How's everybody doing? Everybody busy? Gardening is definitely winding down here. I think I mentioned last week I've pulled all the tomato plants. I mean, I pulled them out of the bed. They're still laying in the garden beds, and all the pepper plants. I have to go harvest some celery today. I have a thing of celery left, or a couple of things of celery left that I'm going to harvest today and freeze them. But some things I'm waiting purposely for the frost, like the carrots and the rose hips off my roses, which I expect to get a lot of this year. My roses did amazing this year. I think that was it for and I don't know if I'm going to get any of that corn I planted. I didn't treat it right. I didn't feed it enough and all kinds of things. So at this point, I'm just hoping to get enough. I want to get seeds off of it because it's that rainbow pastel colored corn. And I really would like to plant some more next year without having to buy more seed. Because I promised myself I would not buy any more seed. Whatever I have, I have. So, and I've been seed saving a lot this week. And I have been dehydrating a lot this week. And I have been canning a lot this week. I just wrapped up a canning video that will be out next week. So I know it's so weird to think that our first day of fall was Saturday and your first day of spring was Saturday. And that I find that so fascinating. I don't know why, but it does. So to think that your season's just starting and ours is winding down. And it's funny how season's just ending and you're already thinking about next year, but I think that's just the nature of the beast. But I do know I am changing a lot of what I'm doing next year for gardening. I'm going to talk about that a lot when I do my putting the garden to bed video, which I'll be doing fairly soon. I'll be planting my garlic in just a couple of weeks, and it's on its way. I'm so excited. I ordered my garlic from M.I. Gardener this year, and I ordered, I think all but one is new to me, and I actually am trying the soft neck, some of the soft necks this year because I want to braid it to save it for fresh eating. So we'll see how that goes. Hello, I'm pretty sure it's Tiffany, but don't quote me because my memory is terrible. But hello, I'm pretty sure it's Tiffany from Canadian Family Life, who's down east, where we're hoping to be again in just a few years because we are originally down easters. So we're hoping. So let me know what's going on in all your lives this week. What are you all busy doing? What have you got planned? Yep, Tiffany, yay! Score one for Lynn. Oh, so yeah, what do y'all got planned for the week? What's going on? What's been happening? Let me know. This week is wrapping up the Stock It September collab challenge, whatever you want to call it, that I hosted all month. I can't believe the month is over. Like, wow, where did September go? And I'm so excited because we are, because it's wrapping up. So I just was editing actually my video for Friday. I recorded it this morning. So you'll be seeing that on Friday and wrapping it all up. So it has been a huge success. I am so proud of how well it did. Like over 100 channels and videos. Like, wow, that is so cool. So starting our winter prep. Yep. That's starting here. Hello, Alfonso. Thank you for coming in. I'm not sure. The only way I've ever heard of a slurry in farming is when they're making like fertilizer slurry that they feed the fields, but I've never heard it used as in place of mud. I know a lot of people get really hung up on the terms. A lot of homesteaders and farmers don't like it when you call it dirt. It's soil. So planted some cucumbers. My little nugget pumpkins are growing well and have been potting lots of peas. Awesome. That's great. Yeah, no, and I watched it. No, that's great. That's what I like, because not everybody does shop weekly or, bi-weekly. Some people do a month. So I love how people thought outside the box and say, okay, where I only do this once a month, I'm going to take $40 and put that for my long-term storage. So that's what, I was hoping people would try to think outside the box, because a lot of people at first said, well, I don't shop every week. Oh, I only get paid every 2 weeks. Like, well, figure, think outside the box and make it work. And that's what people did. So I was so happy to see that. Tanya, I'm still waiting for your videos. I saw your first one, but I know you said you were editing your other one. So I've also been having a lot of problems with my right hand this last week. I actually took off I have a compression glove that I've been wearing. It's been bugging me. I have neuropathy in my hands and feet. Thank you. Chemotherapy, left over from all the chemo. Doesn't usually bother me this time of year. This is the time of year where neuropathy is not bugging me because it's not too hot and it's not too cold yet. So I don't know if I'm getting some arthritis, or I thought maybe it could have been carpal tunnel, but it doesn't seem to be following any of the symptoms of carpal tunnel. But I'm having a lot of problems, even holding on to things. I'm not able to grip anything. So the compression glove does seem to help. Even though Aiden called me Michael Jackson, which I was waiting. Either him or David were going to call me it. I was just waiting. Aiden beat him to it. So I'm not sure what's going on. So hopefully I can get that looked at. Gosh, only knows what the wait time is to get into my doctor. So we'll be uploading my week 4 video tomorrow. Oh, wonderful. And I actually have a couple of ideas that I've been thinking of, because like I said, I thought about doing this. So I'm so happy to have a co-host who wants to do one. So I've already been thinking about different homemade gifts, and I have definitely one I'm going to be doing. So I'm looking forward to it. Actually, Annette, if you would like to come on to one of my lives, maybe in October, maybe next month when we're closer. I was thinking about maybe November. We could, you could come on live maybe, and we could talk about it more. Let me know. I'd be totally up for that. And we could do it during the day, because I know you're on a different time zone than us. Hopefully I wasted a ton of time sitting yesterday. I don't think you're wasted a lot of time. For those of you who don't know, Tanya became a grandmother a couple of weeks ago, a little early, but she became a Grammy. So she's been busy loving on that new beautiful grandbaby of hers. I do love homemade gifts. I love receiving them and I love making them, but I also find it stressful because Not everybody does. And I'm always, especially when I'm making something crochet for babies, I'm always scared to death that people are not going to like my my gifts, like, or don't think it's special enough, or so it does cause me stress, but I do like I love making them and I love receiving them. I absolutely love receiving. Oh, well then, Tanya, you should join the collaboration. Sounds like a plan. Yep. No, that would be perfect. So if you want to email me, let me put my email. So it's just easier for us to chat back and forth. Email me here, and then we can talk back and forth and finalize it if you want. And yeah, talk about, I'm assuming we'd be putting our videos out. Sorry, I don't know what the dogs are getting into there. Putting our videos out probably in November, I would assume, to start, especially if it's something you're going to make, they tend to take a little bit longer. So let me know. So okay. Yeah, I was just going to say quicksand slurry. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I try to make every year, I try and make one thing, especially for the kids. I'm a little struggling with it this year. I'm trying to decide what to make them, but I usually do make them one gift that I've made. Last year I made Gracie an alien, or a nutcracker with alien, like wearing an alien t-shirt, like you would see those people who go to Area 51, because Gracie's obsessed with aliens. And it turned out really cute. I really liked how it turned out. So I made her that. And Aiden, I cannot remember what I made Aiden, but I did make him something. My memory's horrible. But yeah, I'm having a hard time trying to figure out what to make the kids this year. And something I need time to make too. So yeah, Annette from our urban homestead, she had put out that she was thinking about doing it. And I said, oh my gosh, that's one of the collabs I was thinking about doing. So her and I decided we're going to co-host it together. So yes, definitely, Annette, we will have to have you on so we can do a brainstorming and of everything, and maybe with the hashtag, which I assume will be homemade Christmas or something. But yeah, there we go, Annette. Word's getting out already, so I think it'll be really good. Hello, Mandy. Thank you for dropping in. So nice to see you, or kind of see you. It's kind of weird, but you know what I mean. They are. I love watching them. I have loved taking part in them. I have another one that's coming up soon too that I'm going to be part of. So I should have Angie on. I'm going to reach out to her, actually. I won't talk too much about it because it's Angie's collab, but I think I will reach out to her and see if I can get her to come on my live so we can talk about it some too. So I love homemade gifts. I just love them. They mean more. A lot of people think, oh, it's the cheap way out. First, I want to say that anything I crochet is not cheap. It costs a lot of money. It would be cheaper for me to buy a gift. I'm just being honest. And that's just in my materials. We're not talking about time or anything. So it's not cheaper, necessarily, but it certainly means more, right? It comes from the heart, and it just, I don't know, someone who takes their time out of their day to make something for you, it means a lot. It really does. So, and with the state of the world that is right now, and with the cost of everything, I think it's smart to try and do homemade gifts, right? I love giving gifts. I do. I guess it was kind of my love language in a way. It is definitely one of my love languages to give gifts. And I'm not going to lie, I like getting gifts. I think most people do. I'm not going to lie. But times are tough right now. And I want to still be able to do that without breaking the bank. And I got to tell you, as my kids are getting older, it is getting much harder to figure out what to get them for Christmas. I thought it was hard when they were little. It's, and even the kids, like Grace's birthday's in a few weeks, and she has no idea what she wants. I pretty much know when I'm getting her, which I can't say because she's around. But yeah, it's crazy how it gets harder as they're older. So you too. Yeah. I have like 3 more. Glad you and any others out there. I mean, let's face it, they help your channel grow. They help give you inspiration for videos. It's a great thing, collaborations. They really are. Exactly. Exactly. And a homemade gift can be something that you have forever, depending on what it is. I mean, if it's homemade food, then you're not going to have it forever. But you know what I mean? If it's a homemade gift, it's something you can um, uh, have forever and that maybe you can pass down. I know my good friend Natalie, she made both my babies baby blankets because I didn't know how to do any of that then. I did baby quilts. Both my kids have their baby quilts. I made them. But she hand knitted their little hats they came home from the hospital in and the little sweaters. And I have them. I have them all wrapped up in tissue paper, non-acid, and packed away. And I'm hoping, one day, and they're neutral colors because I didn't know what either one of my children were because they wouldn't cooperate in the ultrasound. I kind of knew what Aiden was because I kind of saw it, even though the ultrasound technician was a real witch. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, so they were neutral. So there'll be something they can pass down. And I every time I look at them, I remember. It brings back the memory, especially Gracie's little bonnet. She wore that because she was such a little peanut. She wore that. She was born in October. So she wore it all through October, all through November, all through December, all through January, February. I would just change the ribbon out in it for the different holidays and the seasons. Like Valentine's Day, I put like heart-shaped ribbon in it. And it was so sweet on her. And her little sweater, I would change up the ribbon on that. And it meant a lot to me. And it was something that my friend Natalie had made for me. So, I mean, man, that woman can knit. Wow, can she knit? Good morning, Becoming a Green Stalker. I think you're going to win the award for the best deals for Stock It September. Holy moly. Did you do well with, and I'm sorry, Heidi. Yes, Heidi. I knew that because you're my cousin's Heidi. Heidi, I think you do. I think you win the award for the best deals for Stock It September. I'm a little jealous. You got some deals, man. So, what else is going on? I'm just trying to think what else has been happening. David goes part-time soon, which is a little bit stressful, but at the same time, we are so looking forward to it. His last full day is tomorrow, and then he'll go full-time, part-time starting Friday. He has to go part-time for like a month, for the whole month of October. It looks like as long as they offer him a contract, he'll be able to go back full-time right through until maybe February, and then he'll probably have to go part-time again. He has to do this because here in Canada, if he works too many days, they take away his military pension that he earned after 30 years in the military. It's not fair. It's not right. And it punishes people for working. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, but we're actually looking forward to it because he'll work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays for the most part. He'll be able to take off and change those around for Aiden's track meets he has coming up over the next couple of weeks that are local that we're going to be going to. So we are looking forward to it because we have a lot to do. We have this garage reno to finish before it gets too cold. We're building a room. We're redoing all the insulation in our garage. We're getting rid of all the pink fluffy stuff and putting up the blue board that's actually recommended for garages because we have rodents. I mean, we live out in the country. I used to be embarrassed by it, but I'm not anymore because we live in the country and everybody has this. This is something, and we think if we take away that pink insulation, it won't be as attractive to them. And we need to build a room out there because our treadmill is out there and it's all electronic and computerized and everything, and it doesn't like the cold. So we've got to build a room basically for that. But I'm really looking forward to it because it can't come back in here because this is my craft room and stuff. So a lot of my extra craft stuff, I'm going to be able to put out in that room and not worry about them getting ruined. And we have a little desk. David's built me a little craft desk that I can put in here and finally get going on my crafts. I am so far behind. I've made very few things for fall and I am surrounded. My house is a mess, you all. It's such a mess. With, I got jars lined up over here. I've got vegetables still, ripening behind me on my table. I just can't wait. Cannot wait for this to all be done and over this season so I can get my house back. So I shopped and I shopped. Good for you. Yeah, I am learning how to use my sewing machine more. I've always done hand quilting. I mean, I would sew the backing on the quilts together and stuff, but I have been taking classes, but I had to miss this last class that I was supposed to take because things are just crazy busy, but I'm hoping things are slowing down, and my teacher is my friend, Rhonda, and I'm just going to be going to her for some lessons because I just don't have the time to always make her actual classes. So yeah, it is crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous that he, worked 30 years in the military, full-time military. I've lost count of how many tours he did. He did 3 tours alone to Afghanistan. He's done tours to Kosovo. He did tours to Africa. He did, so many, many tours. And then just being gone, he could be in Canada, but he'd be gone 5-6 days, be home for a day, go away for another 3 days, come home for a day, go away for 2 weeks. He was gone a lot, especially the last 10 years of his career. And they'll take it from him if he works too many days in a year rotation. And it's not right. And I just realized I don't even have my microphone plugged in. There, I don't know if you noticed that that'll be any better, but it's not fun. It's not right, and it's not cool. But at the same time, we're happy to have some time off. So, they're so bad. And we were actually talking to a man because we were there getting glue traps the other day, and he said he has never. We were chatting, and he says, "Can I ask you some advice on us?" And he said he's never had them in the summer like this. He said, I don't know what's going on. I think they're trying to get out of the heat just as much as anyone else. And it was like he said, it's cooler in their house. So yeah, it's just so bad. They're so bad. And we think it's not a mouse. We think we have a rat. Though David said it doesn't look like any rat he saw as a kid growing up on the farm. He said if he didn't know better, he thought it was a gerbil. And I'm like, what? But yeah, we've been having a hard time with it, and we think it might be eating maybe some of the wiring. So we have got to do something about that. So David said, enough of it. We're going to start pulling out some of the insulation all out of the garage a little bit every night to get that all out of there. So hopefully by the end of this weekend, all the insulation will be gone. We've never had this before. We've never had a rat. So I'm not sure. He said it like its tail did not look like a rat. It looked almost fluffy, but he said it's way too big to be a mouse. And I don't think voles have tails. Because I know we have voles. But I don't know. I'm like, because like he said, being on the farm, they had rats. So I'm not sure what. I haven't seen it. I don't want to see it. The whole street will know if I see it. I just don't know we don't know. I'm not sure. Like, this is disgusting, but some droppings we have found, according to Google, it's rat. So I don't know. And like, it's just, there's not a whole lot we can do about it. Oh, I know they will. We actually have not seen hardly any squirrels here since, I think, March. Very weird. We have one little chipmunk that we've been seeing just recently, and that's the first one we have seen. So I don't know if it's because they can't get to my garden anymore because of the garden build, so that's why. But yeah, whatever it was, David has this really expensive outdoor electrical extension cord, and he found little gnawing on it this past weekend. He was not happy. And I had a hard time canning on my stove last night. I have an electric pressure canner, and I plugged it in, and it kept tripping the box out in the garage. And we're like, what is going on? And I put it on the other side of the kitchen, and it worked fine finally. So we don't know if it's something, whatever it is, if it's eating some wires. So we have got to do something. We cannot afford to have an electrician come in and fix our wiring. And I certainly don't want to have a stinking fire. So I don't know where we used to have a problem with them. And especially the chipmunks, because all the holes they would bury. We have not seen any. I don't know if it's because we have chickens. I mean, we've had chickens before, and we've had problem with squirrels. We're not sure what's going on, but we have not seen any. Very weird. Yeah. Well, like my husband said, he said, this was plugged in too, he said. So why didn't, the thing is a mutant and nothing is killing it. It's figuring out how to avoid the glue trap. It figured out how to avoid the snap traps. We didn't want to do poison. We didn't want to do poison for so many reasons. One, I hate the thought of it getting out of the garage and then a wildlife creature eating it and then they die from poison. I didn't want to do that. I really didn't. But we finally resorted to poison because this has been a problem for way too long. All the poison's gone. And we hadn't seen any evidence for 3 or 4 days. And then yesterday morning, David said he saw it running away when he went out to the garage. And I'm like, it might not be the same one. Maybe the darn thing had a family. So we're hoping he took the poison back to the family. At this point, even if the thing dies in the wall somewhere, because we don't have drywall up in our garage, it's just, that's part of the problem. It's just insulation with vapor barrier. So there's nothing to keep them from getting in there. So that's all changing. So we're hoping it took the poison back to its family. Yes. Hello, Jean. Yeah, I can't do tonight again. Evenings are really, really hard for me, especially right now. I'm certainly going to try and go back to evenings because I know they don't always work for everybody. But I really wanted to get a live in today, even if it's half hour, 45 minutes, just to chat with you all. But it's another busy, crazy night in our house. They come. I know. And just because we've only seen one at a time, I am freaking out. I am so freaking out. So yeah, I don't know. I will say that David and Aiden are going to be doing a lot of the rinse insulation and stuff because I don't want to find it. So I'll help with the other stuff, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So reading the comments, it's squirrels and yeah, I know they can cause house fires and it worries us. But it's not a squirrel. David said he knows for sure it's not a squirrel. So sorry for yelling. Hello, Remy. Congratulations. Rem got a moose yesterday. Second day of hunting season, was it, Rem? You got it? The second day? So quite a bit of meat, I guess, coming here, gonna be going into the freezer. Yeah. Not there's a whole lot to watch. I mostly watch YouTube anyway, but it cuts into my time with David, the evenings. So that's part of it. So the very first morning, woohoo! Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, it was quite 517 pounds of meat approximately. That is amazing. That's a lot of meat. I personally don't care for moose, but wow, that is crazy. I'm laying in bed listening. Oh, about 15 minutes in. Wow, is that a record for you? That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, I'm trying to think what else is going on. Oh, I've been making a list of all the videos I want to make for October, and I've got quite a few listed, so I'm pretty happy about that because my biggest fear is that I'm going to run out of things to videotape. And I think part of it is too is there's so many of the same. When you're all homesteadings, there's going to be a lot of repeats of people. Like, I mean, I'm trying to find like how do I do original content and stuff. So that's kind of a struggle. A little bit too, trying to find something that you haven't seen a gazillion times. So a third of it's going to, oh, nice. That's nice. A record size and time for me for sure. Good. That's awesome. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not a fan. I find moose meat gamey. Like I'm not a fan of it. I know David and Aiden are excited to try hunting again. It's been years since David's gone hunting. I wouldn't mind trying venison again. What I remember trying, I got tricked into trying it when I was a child. But I do remember I liked it, but it bothered me so much what they did. I ended up being sick from it because it wasn't a nice thing to do to a child to trick them. I get it now why they did, but anyway, I do remember I liked it until I was sick. So we'd like to try that again. And it's something for David and Aiden to do together. So one of the reasons we're looking forward to moving back down east is for the hunting. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am over the moon. It was a huge success. It was definitely my most successful collab that I have hosted. Collab challenge, whatever you want to call it. I think that was my third or fourth collab that I have hosted. I'm not 100% sure. I have to double check. And it's my most successful. Now, when you do hashtag stock it September, it's not all stocks and bonds and investing anymore. Like I am seeing everybody's videos. So that is just amazing. And I think at last count, it was over 100 videos and channels that participated. So it was fun. And what's more important is, to see that nice little stock. Now, to be honest, I'm going to keep going all through October. There's still some things I'm looking for that will be going on sale because our Canadian Thanksgiving is right around the corner. So I'm hoping to add in a few holes, but we're pretty much there. Not to mention all the canning I'm still doing. I still have a lot of canning to do. And we are getting half a pig in just a couple of weeks. So, it comes right up. I know. It's awesome because in the beginning it was all stocks and bonds. So woohoo! Yay for us. And I'm definitely going to make it an annual thing. So it'll be definitely starting again next September. So I'm thinking about doing one in the spring too, because different things, in the spring, and you tend to start running out of stuff by spring. So always thinking here, probably why I've had insomnia. That's another reason I'm not doing a live tonight, because I've had insomnia now. I think we're going into week 2 where I'm not sleeping well. And I go to bed fairly early because then I end up waking up an hour or two after I fall asleep or whatever, but I'm exhausted. So good morning, Diane. Thanks for joining. I will continue with it and hope to have yep. I am pretty darn close to, like I said, pretty much done. There's just a few things we're going to fill in. We weren't going to go to Costco until next month, but they have some things on sale starting Sunday. And Aiden's looking for some cleat sneakers to wear for for cross country, because some of the areas they're going in, they're pretty slippery and stuff. So we might be going into the cities, so we can do that. And if we're there, we might as well go to Costco. So there's a few things on sale there I hope to pick up this weekend. We weren't planning on going until next month again, but I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard if you put it in buttermilk, it helps take away of that gaminess. I'm going gotta can my tomato soup. So I gotta make my tomato soup and get it canned so I can I definitely have more than enough tomatoes. So, and we went apple picking last weekend. And I have 2 great big bushels of apples I gotta get through. And I am going to do some of my tried and true, but I got a couple of new recipes with apples I want to try canning. One of them is a barbecue sauce, so I'm really excited to try that. And I have to dehydrate a bunch and stuff. But we've been talking about, excuse me. Oh, sorry. I'm actually thinking about buying some lentils to add to meat, because apparently you can add, like, if it's like 2 pounds of hamburger, you can add 1 pound of hamburger and like half a pound of lentils to help bulk it up, and you don't notice the taste. Like, there's no difference. So I'm thinking about trying that and seeing what we think. Plus it gets more nutrition in our food. So I prefer the gamey taste. I mean, David was raised too, so like he said he doesn't mind it, but and I do like partridge or a quail. I do like them. I mean, let's face it, they basically taste like chicken. So I got it made, just gotta can it. I eat beans probably 2 meals a day for the protein. Wow. Um, yeah, we don't eat them a lot. We eat them a lot more than we used to. We eat them a lot more definitely going into this fall and winter season than we do in the summer. I've never had either. I went to the farmer's market and bought a quarter bushel of canning tomatoes for 15, so I'm doing something with tomatoes. Not sure what. Lentils or lemon. We like. I've never had rabbit. Never had it. I am thinking about trying it. Sometimes our grocery stores have it. Grace will never in a million years try it, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm hoping to. Oh, are you one of those? The V word? Yeah. Sorry, I cannot stand mushrooms. Cannot stand them. Though I will say I did try grilled porcini mushrooms, or no, sorry, portobello mushrooms, and I couldn't get over how meaty they tasted. So maybe if we ground them up into that, well, we wouldn't notice a difference. So I dehydrate kale, made powder. Yeah, that's what I do too. Yeah, I dehydrate it, add it to muffins. I add it to different quick breads, smoothies. I'm definitely going to grow more kale next year so I can powder more because I only have about a big jar of it dehydrated. I actually can two quarts of it too to see what we think of it that way. I find rabbit tastes like chicken. Tastes just like chicken. Everybody says how everything tastes like rabbit. Really tastes like chicken? You just wouldn't think it would. Isn't rabbit more dark meat though? Like, so no, I'm sorry, I can't handle them. I can't handle the texture, the taste, the smell. I am not a mushroom person. I wish we were, but we are not. David doesn't like them either. Yeah, I think the main thing is I'm worried about cooking it wrong, right? Because I've never cooked it before. Luckily, I have a rabbit expert as a friend. Two, actually. I have two friends who are rabbit experts on cooking them, so I know I will try it. So, okay, you are. We call Gracie, she's not a vegetarian, but she's, we call her a fruitarian because the child lives on fruit. But she only eats chicken, turkey, and haddock. That's the only meat Grace eats. That's it. So we grow it inside year round. Oh, kale. Oh, cool. Nope, nothing wrong with it. I just know that I could never convert my husband to one, and not in a million years. I think the hardest part for us would be the culling of rabbits. Man, I mean, it's got to be difficult because they're so fluffy and they're cute. I don't know. Grace would be horrified. I don't know if she could handle it, us raising rabbits to kill them. See, I'm not a dark meat kind of girl though, so that's why I don't know if I would like it or not, but I'm willing to try it. So fry it like fried chicken. I don't do fried chicken very often. Love mushrooms. Nope. You should see the ones on our birch tree right now. They're crazy and they are inedible. They're called a Nova Scotia something or other. They're weird. We've never had them. It's probably because the birch tree is dying. That's something that's got to come down too before the winter. So, okay. Okay. I mean, I think part of the problem we're having here too is we're in that slump where we know we're going to be moving. We just don't know when yet. I got that piece of hair that's bugging me on the screen there. Nope, that didn't help. Everything's backwards when you're on the camera. But yeah, we're in that slump where we know we're moving. We just don't know 100% sure when. So we kind of don't want to do a whole lot anymore, if you all know what I mean. We used to have this slump when we were getting getting moved with the military. That last year, you just be like, oh, biding your time. But this time it's different because it's our home, and we just don't want to put in more money into especially anything outside. So that's partly kind of what's kind of taking it away from me. And God willing, if the stars align and we're blessed enough, we will be moving in 2 years. So next year would be I'll plant a garden and everything, but the year later I'll be taking the whole year off because I'm not going to bother planting anything if we hope to move that summer. So I'm a little, trying to figure out what to do. But yeah, so we're in that slump, and we're trying to get things done inside now that we've been putting off because we do want to sell it. Like the bathroom upstairs, which is becoming a pain in the butt with this vanity, but it's doing pretty good. All in, we're only going to be about $300. Well, no, $350 now because we had to buy a new faucet. Don't even get me started. So that I got that off of Amazon. That's supposed to be coming today. So we're about $350 in for all brand new. We bought new to us vanity from somebody. I refurbished it all last week, sanded it, painted it. We are repurposing handles from our kitchen cabinets that we got rid of that I loved, and I didn't want to get rid of them. So we kept all the handles. So it's looking good. It's just a pain in the butt, and I wish we had the money to hire people to do it all, quite frankly. Hello, Karen. Thanks for dropping in. I will say we have a meatless day a week, usually meatless Mondays, or if I don't do it on Monday, but we usually have at least one day a week where we don't eat meat. Oh, thank you. I actually forgot it was going out this morning because I'm just off my days. I keep thinking for some reason today was Tuesday. So that was fun to make because that was a bit of, like I said, it wasn't a failure per se, but that's all I'll say. I don't want to give it away for anyone who haven't seen it. Green stalks, they are portable. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. Then you know what I'm talking about. It wasn't a failure, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I actually haven't even tried it yet because we've just been so busy, but I'm hoping to use it in a recipe this weekend because I'd like to know if we're going to like it so I can maybe some of these gazillion tomatoes I have, I might make more passata and just set that aside because I want to do more of it if we like it. So yeah. Like, I mean, I just thought the only reason I said it was a failure because I don't want to give it away, but I thought there would be more of it because I read the recipe wrong. Have I mentioned I haven't had much sleep the last 2 weeks? So, yeah. My mother gets sick eating there. She has a hard time. She doesn't eat there. I think we have one here, but I honestly never ate there, so I wouldn't know. So yeah, I think so too. I think we're gonna like it too. I think I'm gonna like it more than traditional spaghetti sauce. I mean, the color of it was just spectacular, and it smelled amazing for such a simple thing. It really did. Been there, yeah. I thought I was gonna, yeah. So I really should have read the recipe. We do have a Taco Bell. It's in Belleville. It's attached to like the KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, but we've never ate there. Yes, please. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. These thumbs up things help people. It's not just me. They help all of us YouTubers. Helps us so much. It's crazy. And my gardener was saying how his videos don't seem to be getting promoted lately, the last couple of weeks. He said he's like making the same kind of content. Excuse me. He's making the same kind of content he always has, but he's not getting any shares at all. And he thinks part of it is because the thumbs up. People aren't giving him the thumbs up. So the YouTube algorithm doesn't pick him up to promote him. So the thumbs up button really certainly does help. It really, really, really does. It's such a simple thing to do too. So we picked that place. And I know my nephew loves it. He absolutely loves it. So we don't eat out as much as we all have allergies. I mean, I say we don't eat out a lot, but then we seem to have stretches where we do. But Dave and I are trying. We're not eating out at all through the week, and we're taking one day a week and doing a date night or date day. And we will go out because the kids don't. There's a lot. Restaurants cause Grace a lot of anxiety. She doesn't even want to eat out for her birthday this year, so I'll be making her birthday dinner, which is fine. And then they both have such issues with what they like to eat. So trying to find something that we all like to eat at is very stressful. And they would just rather David and I go out alone and they eat their usual. So that's what we do now that they're older, especially. So I definitely where it's been fun having our date nights or date days. So but it's getting too expensive. It is very, very expensive to eat out, even for just two of us. So we try to pick more of a lunch eat out because that seems to be a little bit cheaper than supper. But sometimes Lynn just wants a break, and I like to go in and sit down in a restaurant. And like David said, we don't mind spending a little more if we walk out saying, oh my gosh, that meal was amazing. But lately we're not saying that. We're not saying that. And we're saying, oh my gosh, that was all expensive and it wasn't very good. So we haven't been eating out as a lot. So Lynn thinks I stalk her because I like and comment. Yeah, no, I don't think you do. Oh, Jean, thank you. I mean, I'm certainly not making I'm not one of the fortunate ones on YouTube who's making a lot of money. I'm not. I will be honest and say I've actually made, because of all of you, I've actually gotten paid from YouTube for the first time 2 months in a row. That's never happened since I got monetized a year ago. I've never gotten 2 months in a row. And it looks like I actually have made my threshold for next month. So that'll be 3 months in a row. I'm actually going to get something. It's not a lot, but every little bit helps. I mean, it really does. Like you won't, $80 here, $102 there. It does help with some little things. So I'm very appreciative of it. I really, really, really am. And I'm just so excited. Like 3 months in a row, I'm actually going to earn something from YouTube. And that never happens. I'm also insanely close to 5,000. And once I reach 5,000, I am going to do a live giveaway show with prizes. I've been collecting prizes like crazy over the last couple of weeks when my budget's allowed. I've picked up a few things here and there, and then a few things I'm going to be a virtual prize where a gift card or something. So I'm trying to get to 5,000 so I can do the 5,000 giveaway. Just because I am so close. At last count, I think I was 120 or 118 away from 5,000. So if you want to help spread the word, you can certainly share my channel on your social medias. That really helps. It helps more than you all know. It really does. So yeah, the noise, the people, having people look at her weird because we order for her because she, doesn't want to talk to the stranger, or she has her whiteboard that allows her to write, and it makes her self-conscious. So yeah, so that's why she doesn't particularly like going out. I have YouTube Premium. It just made sense for us to have it. I have the family plan because we all watch so much YouTube. Like I watch more YouTube on my TV than I do anything else. So I don't see the ads, so I have no idea what they look like. So, well, Grace is on the spectrum. Grace is a very late diagnosis of autism, but she is also on the spectrum. And then Aiden has Tourette syndrome, which is has a lot of similarities to Tourette or to autism. So yeah, it's and that's why this extra income helps us, because it helps us help our kids. I hate to use our kids as I don't know if I should. It does help us our kids, because there are certain things that they like to eat that are a little bit more expensive, or certain therapies that maybe not be covered by our insurance. So I have certainly worked outside the home at traditional jobs. And I will do that again if I have to. But I know it sounds strange because my children are older, but I need to still be a stay-at-home mom for the kids. I really do. Aiden has a lot of things that he's involved with after school, and then there's sometimes where school is just too much for him and I need to go pick him up early. So, and Grace can handle being on her own for a little while, but after a while even she wants somebody. So I hope this is making any. So being a stay-at-home mom is still something I need to do right now at this time in my life. And yeah. So having every little bit helps. It really does. But Lynn, it all adds up getting more money. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It would be wonderful to make like a decent living wage. No, I don't even know if it's a living wage, but just, some, it'd be nice to just know I'm going to be getting something every month for now. Like that's a goal right now. Just no matter what I get, as long as it's something every month, because you can't always count on it. Now it's going to be 3 months. So I'm starting to get my hopes up that, okay, maybe, like next month will help us pay for Gracie's birthday present. So you all are helping us pay for Gracie's birthday present. So thank you. I have got to change my member thing too, because I know some people aren't members anymore, which is fine. No hurt feelings or anything, but I need to update it. And I think I have some new members whose names aren't on that thank you at the beginning of my live. So I really got to get that done. And you know what was weird for me is I had the watch hours a few months in to starting my channel, but I didn't have the subs. I know they've changed it now, but when I joined, you had to have 4,000 watch hours plus 1,000 subs to get monetized. I had the watch hours within a few months, which was very strange. I mean, I'm almost at 250,000 views already on my channel. I shouldn't say almost. I'm still like 12,000 views away, but you know what I mean? That's pretty close to 250,000. So it was strange to me that I had all my watch hours. So when I got to the 1,000, it was within a couple of days I was monetized. So yeah, it takes a lot. And here in Canada, we've got a couple of things against us because of that new bill. And I'm not going to talk about too much of it because I don't know if I'll get dinged. But that new bill has certainly hurt us here in Canada who are trying to, and people may laugh and say, oh, you're trying to make a success out of YouTube. Yeah, I am. Because you know what I found? I love it. I love it. I love making the videos. I love doing the lives with all of you. I love chatting with you in the comments on my videos. No one is more shocked than me, but I do. I really, really love it. I'm fortunate. I haven't had too many bad experiences. I mean, I've had a couple little ones, but nothing too bad like some people get. I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure my turn is coming, but it's for the most part, it's been 99% positive, and I love doing it. So while, isn't that the dream of everybody to make an income out of something you love doing? So whether it's being a doctor, a lawyer, whatever it is, a YouTube creator, whatever you love doing, if you can make a live, if you can get paid doing it, then there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, I'm pretty surprised how much I love it. Let's put it that way. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting there. So we'll have to get you going. Anyone wants to check out. And Heidi, like I said, she wins the award for Stock It September because she got the most the most things for her $10, I think, of anybody. So and hopped on. I know it is my fault because I lost track of my days and I really have got to get better about advertising. I should just go ahead and do what Rem does. And he makes his lives like ahead of time and has them all done so they show up. I really need to do that because I mean the worst happens if I can't go live. I can just say, sorry everybody, I can't go live tonight. So that's something I got to work on. But I had planned on advertising this 2 days ago. And then I woke up this morning and said, oh yeah, I got to make my thumbnail and schedule my live on StreamYard because I got to go live tomorrow. And Grace is like, Mom, today is Wednesday. I'm like, what? I thought it was Tuesday. So August for me. Okay. Yeah, Grace, because Grace and I love watching. I always say Grace is an old soul. I think she gets that from me because I was told that a lot growing up, that I was an old soul, and we like watching the older shows. And some things we laugh at because Grace is like, I can't believe how women were like like portrayed or whatever. But we do like some in the old ones, and there's nothing wrong with being a career woman. If that's what you want to be, then that's what we have fought for our right to be. Then be it. But if a woman wants to be a stay-at-home mom and put her energy and time and love into raising a family, we're still kind of not. It's like the opposite. You're almost kind of looked down on a bit. That I have found, and really don't like it when women say, "Oh, I'm just a stay-at-home mom." Nope, we got to take that word "just" out of that sentence and say you are a proud stay-at-home mom, because raising healthy, well-adjusted, kind human beings is the hardest job you will ever have. Hardest job ever. So well, you now have 10 new members, so I just gave you a reason to change it. Oh, okay. I guess I got to do that. I honestly don't have any because like I said, I reached my watch hours before I reached my subscriber amount. And I felt bad because I've seen so many people who have been over their 1,000 and they're still needing watch hours. And I try to go on and put, like, if you all have playlists, I'll put the on one of our laptops here and let it run through so you all can get some watch hours. That's how we helped Tracy at T-Ham 141 Homestead get his watch hours, and Annie at Back to Basics. I don't know why I was fortunate enough that I had the watch hours. And I didn't do a lot of lives either. In the beginning, I was going to wait till I got 1,000 subscribers, and then Rem said, "No, do them now, do them now." So I started doing them earlier than I had planned. But lives definitely, and I see a lot of people who are close to their watch hours doing more lives to try to get there. So I love making the shorts, and I hate them. I find it so difficult because you only have that 60 seconds you can do it. And I feel like I talk really fast when I'm doing them. So I don't like that. And I just find it, because I'm like, oh, wait, I got it. And then the kids are like, Mom. And I'm like, I know, but I got to do a quick video of that before we start eating it or whatever. So, and YouTube's been sending me a thing saying, hey, you can get more subscribers if you do shorts. And I'm like, oh man. So I'm trying. I put out 2, I think, this week, but I just find it hard. The king ones kill me. Yeah, I say this all the time, but I am busy. I am busier than I have ever been. I'm canning something almost every single day. I'm working through 50 pounds of potatoes, and you're going to see a video about them coming up. I went a little rebel. That's all I'm going to say, which is totally outside my character in a way. But yeah, so I just am busier, and it's just hard sometimes to fit the lives in. It really is. But I do like doing them. Yeah. Like Tanya and I talk about this, how we thought the kids needed us so much when they were toddlers, but seriously, they seem to need more as teenagers than they did as toddlers. And I don't think that's something they tell us moms it's going to happen. I wasn't planning on that. I really didn't expect it. So yeah, I don't think you don't need, if you are a stay-at-home mom of older children, you don't need to feel guilty because they're older. You think, oh, I can't. No, it's they still need you. And it's still a busy job. So I do. I mean, I'm not saying this to brag, but I work a lot. I actually have If I'm not filming every day, I'm editing something, or I'm constantly writing in my notebook I have of ideas I want for videos or collaborations or challenges. I have a whiteboard, which I have to update, that I put up my video ideas and what days are going to go out. I notice I have to pick. I just lost my train of thought. It's gone. Oh well. Maybe it'll come back. But yeah, I do put a lot into it. I really do. But I have the time because on the other side, I do have older kids, so that makes it a little easier. I don't think I would have been able to do this when my children were younger. Of course, they were undiagnosed with things too, so life was a lot harder. And I had a husband who was away a lot. So yeah, I guess I got to figure that out. I have to figure that out, how to do that, because with shorts you have to upload from your phone. I have figured out a way to do it where I upload. It's twice as much work for me because I do have an editing app on my phone that I can use for that, but I don't find it as easy to upload. Maybe I just need to not be so picky about the quality of a short. Maybe that's part of it. So okay, usually I can read typo. That one had me, I thought maybe I'd missed something in the comments that you were responding to. So I don't mind longer videos, especially if I am crocheting. I like it when some of my favorite YouTubers put out a longer video. So I can sit there and crochet and like, oh gosh, that video was over in 7 minutes. Now I got to go find something else to watch. I know they're not always the most popular. That said, I truly don't know. I don't think you'll ever see me put out a video longer than a half hour, 40 minutes tops. But so yeah, autocorrect is a pain. That is the key. You need to be more consistent, and you need to pick, if you're only doing one video a day, you need to make it the same day. I do 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and there might be some bonuses in between, but I have found since I've stuck to that, that's helped me a lot. So I guess there's some advice there, because people will start saying, oh, it's Monday, this is so-and-so's day to bring out a video, or they start noticing. So that would be definitely, I mean, I'm no expert and a lot of the things the experts tell me to do didn't work for me, but I will say that is one that definitely I followed from all the experts, is be consistent and try to pick the same day. So I laughed and laughed too. My family said it for a while because I was watching all these channels. And like I said, I got very inspired by Jennifer from A Country Life. She kind of inspired me to start a channel because I hardly watched YouTube until 2020. I kid you not. I watched little things here and there, or if I needed to look at something like a crochet stitch I wasn't sure of, I'd go watch a YouTube video. But I didn't watch it like I did now. I didn't have YouTube Premium or anything. I had to put up with the ads and stuff. But 2020 changed a lot of things, including watching YouTube. And I started seeing all these people on there, and I'm like, oh, that's homesteading? That's what that's called that we've been doing these past whatever years. So, yeah. I laughed and laughed. And I had a video made for quite a while, and I did not release it. And finally, Aiden said, Mom, you're going to release it. Do it. Just do it. So he helped convince me, and he helped me in the beginning figure out how to do all the editing. I would never have been able to do it without him. So good morning, Molly. Thanks for joining. Just when I think it's winding down, I see more people coming in. So I love the Lily shorts. Yeah, I haven't done a Lily short in a while. I need to do one. That crazy Lily. No editing, just let it fly. Yeah, that's what I need to do. If I cannot watch lives, I save them, enjoy them while I'm canning. Yeah, and I do too. I put my phone up on my tripod and turn it, and I have it going while I was watching videos yesterday while I was canning and chopping and stuff. But that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to save to get an actual camera to do my videos, because I do watch a lot of things on my phone, and if I'm videoing in between, I can't watch anything because I've got it paused to do the next part in my video. Anyway, I would just like to I'd like to have this go back to being my phone and not my camera. So I'm hoping Black Friday is going to have a good deal on the camera that's been in my cart forever. I think I mentioned in a live a couple of weeks ago that we actually came into a little extra money we weren't expecting, and David told me to take that and buy the camera, and I was going to, but I'm like, you know what? If this goes on sale for Black Friday, I'm going to be really angry if I paid this much for it and I could have saved. So instead, I still have half the money saved for that camera, and I bought a sublimation printer and sublimation ink and a heat press, and I'm upping my game with my Cricut and crafting and making t-shirts and things. So I got that instead. So I haven't even taken anything out of the box. They're all sitting literally right beside me here on the floor because I need this darn table behind me empty so I can set everything up. So so I'm still working on the camera. Yeah, and right now with nothing on because of the strike, so I guess the writer strike ended, but who knows about the other thing. I would like to I kind of wish there was a little bit more, and I've been toying with changing my algorithm and going to Sunday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, but that would mean 4 videos a week, and I don't know. That's a lot. Doing a video every day during the Every Bit Counts challenge was hard, but they weren't too long. And I found the more I'm doing this, the less editing I have to do. So that helps. That being said, in January, when the pantry challenge rolls around that Three Rivers hosts, I'll probably be upping every day again for the month of January. So we'll see. Those videos might be a little bit longer, so they might be harder to get up every day, but we're going to try. I'm nothing consistent about me. Time difference definitely makes it tricky. It definitely does. And I even have people who are on the same time zone as me, but they go live at like 10, 11 o'clock at night. Nope, this girl is definitely not up watching anything at 10, 11, or 12 o'clock. I'm a morning person. So I when I sleep well, I'm in bed pretty early. So my first dog was a dachshund. I gotta say, I am loving her to death. Like, she kind of fills that void where you might be missing having a baby. At the same time, she's exhausting because I am her person, and she is always, I'm shocked right now that I'm looking at her right now. She's in the chair with the blanket, all underneath the blanket wrapped around her because that's what she loves. She burrows. I'm surprised she's leaving me alone, so she must be tired. She actually had us up in the middle of the night and needed to go out, so she might be a little tired from that. But I've never had a dog like her. And my grandmother had a dachshund, and my cousin had one, so I kind of thought I knew what I was getting into. Nope, didn't know. Never had it. We say it all the time. We never had a dog like her. And we bought her for our daughter. But like the vet said, you can't always choose who they're going to pick as their person. And she decided that I was her person. So me too. I think if it's probably the same company, I've hit a lot. I've got tons of files. But the main thing about sublimation is now I literally will be able to make anything, especially for the kids, pictures or whatever that they see that they like. I can make anything now that I have the special sublimation printer. So I'm pretty excited. So it was stressful because I'm type A. I couldn't relax till I had it all done, edited, uploaded, and going. Like, once that was done, then I could focus on the rest of my day or life. But it was fun, and I liked it was kind of like having a live every day because I was able to talk with everybody pretty quickly when they would comment. But it was exhausting. It was exhausting. Thank you. That's a nice way of saying I'm crazy, so I appreciate it. Hello, Jamie. Thanks for coming in. Oh, hello, Joe. Fix It For You. Good morning at Beckless Homestead and all wonderful people in chat. Hi, Annette. Thank you so much for coming in. Jamie's watching the ads as we were just talking about that. I had one with that was my first Cricut. I had one with cartridges for years, and I did use it for different things. And then when it kind of like outgrew it, like you couldn't use it hardly for anything, and they stopped making the cartridges, I sold it. and was not going to do it anymore. And then I started watching YouTube and seeing all these people, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much more I could be making for the kids. It all boils down to the kids, right? And I'm trying to make us all matching sweatshirts because we're having our family photos done for Christmas in November. We haven't had one done for a while. And I made the dogs matching sweaters. I don't know if you all follow me on Instagram, but you will say Puggy hates sweaters. He was not impressed. Lily loved it. Pug, she loves sweaters. Pug, you put one on him and it's like a straight jacket. He does not move. He sits there like this, like he can't. He's hysterical. But it'll make it easy getting a picture of him because he won't move. So he'll stand still for the picture. But yeah, I want to do. I will. Oh, Jean, it was so for what all my research ended up being after almost a year of figuring out sublimation. The main thing is sublimation printer. So I got the Epson. What did I get? I got the Epson ET2400. It's one of the cheaper ones. You need the refillable ink. You do not use the ink that comes with it. Get rid of it, donate it, whatever you got to do. You don't use it. And you buy sublimation ink, which I got off Amazon, and it's going to last you a while because it's a lot to fill up. That's the main thing. That is seriously the main thing, is those two things. Most of the Epson refillable ones are okay. You can go really expensive or the cheaper one, which is what I did, and it was on sale. So that's kind of what made me say, okay, we'll wait on the camera and we'll get the printer, because I've been looking at that forever. And I got the... oh, here. It's right here. Let me hold it up for you. Well, this live is going everywhere today, but that's okay. All right. This is the press I got. HTV Ront. Okay. I got it off of Amazon. It is half the price of the Cricut brand. Works just as great. I love this brand also of the vinyl. It's the best vinyl. You get it off Amazon. It's much cheaper. You need that because sublimation ink and paper needs your household iron cannot get hot enough to put it into the fabric. So that is that. This is the sublimation ink I got off of Amazon, and it's just refillable cartridges. Okay, so that's the main thing. So that's the main two things you need to know about sublimation. Do not use the ink that comes with the printer, or you'll ruin it. You can't even like, oh shoot. Okay, I'll just take that out and put once it goes through the rollers and the machine and everything, it doesn't work anymore. So that's the main thing. So yeah, I see the new Joy Extra came out. I know a lot of people are loving it, but I've got the one, I got the Cricut, so I'll stick with that for a while. But yeah, the printers were on sale at Staples a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, okay, it's a sign. We got this extra money we didn't know we were having come, and I went and got it. So I can't wait. So yeah, it especially because some of my channels, some of my videos from Every Bit Counts Challenge, I think one of my best videos, I had like 96 comments, which is the most I ever had, which was awesome. But I'm the type of person, I don't want to ignore you if even if I just give you a smiley face, I want to make sure I recognize and respond. If you took the time out of your time to give me a comment, I can take the time out of my life to give you a comment back. So it was a lot. It really was fun. So I got mine during Amazon Prime days this summer. I knew they were probably coming, so I saved with things I've made. I made money off of things I made with my Cricut, so that helps. So, but yeah, you can use your oven for dehydrating. Yeah, I will say my oven doesn't go low enough, so it wouldn't work for me. So, Lynn, when you went to the new one, did the cartridges you buy stay in your Cricut account so you could use it with the new ones? This does, yeah. Can you use cartridges? Yeah, I can use cartridges with this. I sold all my cartridges with my old Cricut, not knowing that you could still keep. I thought when they came out with the new one, you couldn't even use the cartridges anymore because you can't buy them. Well, you can on eBay. They're on there. But, so I have no idea. Like my Cricut account was null and void because it was when I used it like 15 years ago. I couldn't even remember the email I signed up with, so I couldn't. You can still use cartridges with this, and if I had known that, I would have probably kept my cartridges because I sold them all. So that stinks. So yep, the 2800 is good. Like I said, this one is the 2400, and I did a lot of research, and you know, at the end of the day, the sublimation ink is more important actually a bit than the printer itself. So I did sublimation, but I ruined my printer. Did you use it with your regular printer? Because I know, like, I still have my regular printer for every other day things, and this one will just be for sublimation. I'm going to actually make a big sticker for it so nobody touches it. Okay. All right. Staples in Belleville. It was on sale. If I remember correctly, it was on sale for, oh my goodness. Think, Lynn, is my receipt here? What's it? Oh, I want to say 220. I think it was on sale for, and it was normal 380, I think. So it was a lot more budget friendlier than some of them. So yes, please don't forget that. Yeah, that's why I'm hoping to get a camera to do my recording. If I end up liking this, we might end up getting a new printer for every other things, just for refillable, because I can't get over what I paid for that sublimation ink. Wasn't bad. I think I paid $24, but my gosh, the bottles are huge. And I'm like, okay, this refillable printer thing, maybe in the long run it will be cheaper, because with 2 kids and my, you know, crocheting that I do and the recipes I print out and the things I make for my channel, all that, I go through a ton of ink and paper and stuff. So I have a regular heat press. Yep, that's the brand of my sublimation ink, is Hippo. Yep. Iron, who irons? I only iron my craft stuff. Though I do iron Aiden's work shirts if he doesn't hang them up. So yep, I have the Maker 3 Cricut Air, I think, whatever it is. It was new in May. I mean, like, literally had just come out in Michael's in May. I think they've already. So yes, absolutely. Feel free. Do you need my email still? Feel free to email me. I'm not an expert, but I can certainly tell you what I've learned from my failures and all my. I'm a researcher. If I'm buying a dehydrator, if I'm buying a mixer, if I'm buying a printer, if I am anything I am buying, I research the heck out of it before I buy, and just do my homework. It's just, again, type A personality. So it's why I got the dehydrator. I did the 2 dehydrators I end up buying, because the first one I got, I love. It's my Nesco Snack Master. It is amazing. I love it. But I did need something a little bit stronger for some things. So, but I still have both of them. And my second dehydrator is the Excalibur. I got that for a fabulous deal on Amazon Prime Days back in July, like crazy. There's special Amazon Prime Days coming up too, October 10th and 11th. I'm really curious to see what that is. And October 1st, 20 minutes from us, the great big huge new Amazon warehouse opens October 1st here. So I'm really curious to see how quick we will get some things, because I might start buying more food type things if we get them quicker, where they're just literally a 20-25 minute drive from us. It's humongous. It's over 1 million square feet, this building. It's huge. So it'll be interesting. So don't worry, I'm pretty good at reading typos. Yeah, I quilt a lot with my fabric. Absolutely. I do. My mother loves to iron. I'm not great at it. It's one of the reasons I don't. David had to learn how to iron when he was in basic, because the uniforms they used to wear had to have the creases and everything. So he's really great at some ironing. But my mother is like, she loves ironing. Mine doesn't have cartridges. Okay, like this one you can. It's the new one that came out, because I guess people were complaining, hey, we bought all these cartridges and now we can't use them. So they made it so the new one will. So I don't know. I'll have to let you know. I'm really hoping to make something soon. I want to make something for Gracie for her birthday that I have planned. So I'm hoping to get it out soon, and get it all set up so I can try. I don't know how much ink, like, I guess it depends on what you're making, right? If you're making something with a lot that's big and has a lot of colors, you're going to go through ink quicker. But I will certainly let you know how quick it lasts. So, I have a couple. So I sell eggs. Basically, that just pays to feed the chickens. So my eggs that we eat don't cost us anything. I make things. I'll show you what I'm planning this Christmas. Last year, I made elves, and personalized them for people and put the year on them. And I did pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to be able to retire and move away, but I made enough to help with Christmas. And this year, I'm going to do, are they cute? These little gingerbread men. And what, here, I'll get you guys' advice. I'm thinking, should I put their name and the year on legs? Should I do it on their arm? You really can't see anything on their belly because unless I trim the scarf up. But I'm thinking legs, like name and year on the leg. But I'm doing these, and I think I'm going to do these. I just bought a couple, and I'm going to do Grace and Aiden on them. So we'll see how they do. But I did this last year as a side hustle. I got a couple other things I'm planning. I do some things with crochet, pumpkin hats that are always big, apple hats that I crochet. So I do some things as a side hustle. I wish they were more successful, but every little bit helps, so it clogged up. I didn't use it for a long time. Yes, that's the other thing. Once you use sublimation, because they wanted me to buy the extended warranty at Staples, and I said no. And they looked at me. I'm like, I'm going to be using sublimation ink, which totally takes out the warranty anyway. And she goes, oh yeah, it would. So why pay an extra $60 for a warranty when I can't even use the other one? So that is something you have to realize. It is going to take out the warranty. Okay. It hates me. Okay, yeah, there you go. So, and that's the one I got. And it has really good recommendations from, I talked to other people who've been doing sublimation for a while. There's a really awesome lady to watch. She's called Jennifer Maker. She is like the Cricut guru of Cricut. She's fabulous. She's got lots of great videos. I watched a lot of her videos before I picked a lot of things. And she even has videos on different printers that she converted to sublimation printers. So she's definitely a good one to watch. Jennifer Maker. Whoops. I paid 180 Canadian at Staples here in Belleville. So, or no, not 180. I paid 220. I think it was 220. I can't remember. Gosh. I want to say it was around 220 or 240, something like that. I would do the legs with the name in the ear. Okay. Okay. That's what, yeah. I'm looking into a side hustle. I think I should, well, I just wouldn't know what to charge. Yeah, with me, it's like, it's hard because people don't want to pay always what I charge. Like, I don't charge a lot for my crochet. I never charge for my time. I take my yarn and I either go 1.5 times the price of the yarn or double the price of the yarn, depending on what kind of yarn I'm making. And when I do that, it's like, I've been seeing these things like these little pumpkin hats. I think I was selling, I'm selling the pumpkin hats, like anything under adult was $10 to $12 and the adults were $15. And you see them at the dollar store now and they're selling them for $3. It cost me more in yarn to make a crochet hat. I can't sell them for $3. I will tell you that my hats you're going to be able to wash a million times and they look amazing. I can't guarantee the dollar store hats are going to hold up. So that's hard. I think it depends on where you live and what area you're in. It's easier to sell things for what they're worth than in some areas. I don't sell my baby blankets because I would literally have to, if I want to make anything off of them, I'd have to sell them for minimum $100, depending on what I'm using for yarn, because the yarn costs so much and nobody wants to pay $100 for a homemade baby blanket. They just don't. So my baby blankets end up being gifts for most people. So, yep, it's an Epson ET 2400 is what it is. ET is EcoTank. So all the EcoTanks will have ET in their name. So I've tried so many things, and that's why I was worried that this YouTube thing was going to be just another failure, because I have tried so many things. I did ceramics years ago. I've done so many things that have not, I tried selling Norwex. I was going to do Epicure, but the startup kit at the time was more than I could afford, so I didn't do it. I like to do things that I believe in and that I like, because I'm going to be honest, if I don't like something, I'm not going to support it or, promote it. So, you should. There's a business out there where they help you figure out how to be more organized and stuff. People charge for that. So, to me, it's not, I guess it is failure, but for me, it's failure, like trying and it doesn't work. It gets it hurts your soul after a while, right? And it gets exhausting mentally when you try and it fails. And you just start thinking, okay, I'm just not one of these people who's going to be a success. It happens, right? I think that's one of the biggest things that sometimes is lied to us about, is like, if you work hard and you put your time in it and you work really, really hard, you can succeed in what you want to do and have your dreams. I don't believe that, because sometimes you can work your butt off and be as hard as you can, and sometimes it doesn't always work, and I think that's what I got caught up in. Well, I'm working so hard at it. Why am I not succeeding? So part of me, that was part of the reason I was afraid to try YouTube, because I just, but I am having, and I think David told me too, he says, we need to redefine what success is. So I would do these little goals, and every time I reached that goal, that was a success. So that helped me. My first goal was to try to get 100 subscribers. My next goal was to get to the 500 so I could get the community tab. And then, of course, the golden, the one you want with the 1,000 subscribers. And then, each goal is a success. So that helped me. God love David. I love him. He is the best. He's so supportive, and I don't know how I would have got through half the stuff I've gone through in the last few years without him. But like when he said that, he said, I think you need to redefine what success is. When he said that to me, I was like, whoa. So we sat down and talked, and so that kind of helped. But it can be very soul crushing when you put everything into something and it's still not successful. Oh, I'm so happy. I know Tanya uses hers all the time. I use mine all the time. I love mine. So I use it every time I can. Oh, that's so funny. I tried doing a business. I had all kinds of molds. I even had a kiln that I bought used, that I had, but it ended up needing too much work after a while. So I ended up donating. It didn't need work. It just was older, I should say. But I ended up donating it to a school, and they used it. But there's a lot of my gifts out there, and I have some things I made myself. I made my grandparents a beautiful nativity wreath out of ceramics, and my grandfather loved it so much, he kept it up year round. That I was like, wow, I think Grampy really liked that present. And it's coming to me. My grandmother's going into, it looks like, assisted living here, and she's told me that's coming back to you. And in all fairness, I hoped it would, because I never even made myself one. So yeah. Yes, have a good day. I'm going to be going soon too. Oh my gosh, it's noon. Yeah, sometimes you need money too with a lot of these things, right? So, I mean, some of the things I have spent money on, and I'm going to be honest, I spent a lot of money on my channel between the different things I pay for. I pay for Canva, which helps me make my thumbnails, and a whole bunch of other things. I love Canva. I use it and crafting and other things too. I pay for Epidemic Sound that helps me have some music, all this access to music. I pay the YouTube Premium. There's so many things I pay for first before, I get any, money. So, that is hard too, because you got to have money for some of these things. So, hello, Sherry from Maine. I remember that. So, how are you today? Yes, enjoy the rest of your day, Heidi. And yeah, so today's video went out. It was my Posada that I made, and Friday will be my last stock of September video. So week 5. Wow, crazy. This month just flew by. It feels like fall here today. I'm actually a little cold here in this room. I don't know did Gracie put on the fireplace because I'm a little chilly. But all next week we're supposed to be in the 80s. We're supposed to decide we're going to be probably breaking records. So it might be pretty hot here for Thanksgiving. So yep, it really is. I did that too. I had a Facebook page for my crochet that helped a little bit, but I ended up abandoning it because it just wasn't doing what I was wanting to do. So, oh, nice. My mom is still in Maine. She's there till Saturday. She's been freezing and it's not that cold, but she's used to Florida. So, Molly, I have tried. I can't seem to, when I applied for it, I guess I didn't qualify. I'm not sure how, because I did try to do a storefront. Because I do product links, because when I find something I love to share it with all of you. It's just like when I find a new recipe I love, I'm going to share it with all of you. I couldn't do the storefront. I tried. It didn't work. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. So, yeah, I've tried it, and I guess you have to have more subscribers. Maybe you need to have a bigger presence. I don't know. I wish. So we'll have pneumonia by November. Yeah. Mine is the only antique and only the one screen. I love my food mail. Like I'm not kidding when I tell you it was a Christmas present from David a few years ago. I loved it. I sent him a hint for my birthday this year. My birthday's in November. There's a sourdough kit thing on Amazon that I've been looking at for quite a while. And I'm like, I'm just going to send the link to that over to David to give him an idea for my birthday. Because I started getting my sourdough out of the refrigerator now that I've got some time. And I did make a sourdough bread last weekend. But I love my food mill. I use it. It's great for small batch things too. We don't eat nectarines either. I'm not a fan of peaches or nectarines. I know, don't come at me. A lot of it's texture. I love the smell, and I don't even mind the flavor, but I don't like eating them. I'm assuming it'd be similar to peaches. So the way you can peaches. Yeah, we're not a fan. So if anyone else in the chat has any tips for Jean on what to do with nectarines, but I'm assuming it would be similar to peaches, or plums, oh, that's the other thing. You all loved my unboxing of my Italy. Okay, I definitely need to go soon. My blood sugar's dropping. My Irish subscription box. I cannot wait to get next month. She put a little hint on her Facebook page about what's coming for fall in the October box, but you all loved it. So I will be unboxing October's with all of you again. That was so much fun. That's my first unboxing I've done where I haven't looked before. You all, I didn't know it was in there until I literally filmed it with you. That was so much fun. And so many of you said, yes, we want to see October. So you'll all be seeing October. So I had so much fun, and I love Ireland. I just, if we win the huge lottery, we will buy a place in Ireland. We seriously will, where we go live 6 months a year or something. So, okay, there you go. I assume you could make butter. I know you can definitely make peach butter. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can make butter out of, the fruit butter is almost out of any fruit. So I would assume you could make it out of nectarines too. Try a small batch of it and see what you get. I would try. So I love the unboxing video. Oh, good. I'm so glad you liked them. And Ingrid, the sheep, that's what Grace named her. She's up on my shelf, and I'm going to put like a Halloween bow on her for Halloween, and also go to New York. Actually, our lottery here in Canada is at a record amount for tonight. It's the biggest it's ever been. So fingers crossed. I just, I mean, people always say, "Oh, money can't buy you everything." It certainly can't, but it can make your life easier. And I would help my parents and my in-laws so much. There'd be no mortgages. There'd be a house fix up. We'd be moving back down east and buying a lot of land for homesteading. We might even start up like a homestead compound or something. But yes, I was just going to say I would freeze them because they would be good in smoothies. And I would remove the skins. I would absolutely remove the skins and freeze them. I bet you they'd be good dehydrated too, Jean. I would try a few of them, slicing them really thin and dehydrating them. I know they're great freeze dried, but I don't have a freeze dryer, so I can't recommend. But I've seen them in the pouches. So. All right, you guys. Well, it is noon. Grace just came down and she's like, "You're still on live?" I'm like, "Yeah, my tummy is rumbling." I'm trying to think if I even had breakfast this morning. I don't think I did because I kind of hit the ground running with unloading my canner and finishing my video and uploading it or editing it. So I'm going to go upload because sometimes our internet is not the greatest on the weekend. It's been taking longer. So I'm trying to stay ahead so I can upload my videos during the week. I think everybody's home on the weekend. So that's why the internet is slow. So I am going to go 9 here. Time for another coffee. Yep. My tea is cold. Time for another cup of tea. So thank you all for joining. I have to say for daytime lives, the last couple have been really successful. I've actually been having more people show up during the day than I do at night. So depending on next week, I hope to do an evening one just because I want to give people a chance who haven't been able to watch the daytime one. So I will try for the evening next week. I don't know what's on tap for next week. I'm trying not to look too far ahead. I don't think Aiden has a track meet next Wednesday, but he might work, but I still can work around that. Oh, wow. I would love to have one, but we have so many other things that need to be bought first or paid for with the renovation. Our Jeep just had a ton of work done to it. Ka-ching, a lot of work. And my car needs to go in for a couple of things. So, but I would love, oh man, if I win the lottery, I'm definitely getting a freeze dryer and I'm getting the biggest one I can. Fun catching it live. Thank you. Well, thank you for dropping in. Rem, I'm so glad you were able to stop in. And I'm so happy you got your moose. Oh, wow, Annette. And Annette, you need to go to bed. It's late there. So yeah, it's something. I mean, I dream about, again, that's a problem with me. I always have ideas. That's the problem. But I think it would be a way to earn income if you have a freeze dryer. I say that now I see everybody around here in town has got a freeze dryer business. I don't know how they're all affording these freeze dryers. I really don't. So maybe it wouldn't be as big a business. Maybe we have to wait till we move and we're in a smaller area where not everybody's trying to make money off the freeze dryer. I don't know. But okay, you all, thank you for dropping in. And Jean, like I said, if you want to reach out to me, bucketlisthomestead93@gmail.com. If you have any questions for sublimation and what I've learned about them, or the ones, I can actually send you pictures of the exact stuff I bought if you want, so you can look for yourself. And yeah, and insomnia stinks. I used to get it a lot, especially with seasonal changes, but I haven't for a while, and now it's back. So I really hope it's not back for a lot longer because I'm tired of it, literally. Do they get them for free? I know some people get them to try for a month. I never know what kind of deal they get after that, if they still have to pay or if they agree to promote them on their channel. I haven't even gotten any, legitimate. I get a lot of scams, but I don't even get any legitimate people reaching out offering me free stuff or to promote something. Like I've gotten scammed. That's just how my channel got taken over last year. So now I'm really scared. I've reached out to a few companies myself that I love and I would love to share with you, and I'm not getting anything back from them. So I don't know what the answer is. I don't know how to do that, obviously. So yeah, I mean, I just think about I could probably get rid of at least one of my freezers if I got a freeze dryer, right? Like I wouldn't have to have a freezer taking up space because I'd be able to freeze dry more stuff than I would have be able to freeze it. But I've gone this long without one, and we can go a little bit longer. So have a great rest of the week, everybody. Have a great weekend. It's going to be absolutely beautiful here, but we are going to be working on the garage reno and trying to get that done. And I think we are going to take a day and try and do some thrift store shopping too, though. So we haven't gone for a bit. Well, I shouldn't say that. Gracie and I have gone, and honestly, she'd better come with us because she was my good luck charm the last couple of times. She's actually been around, and I've found some great deals with her. So take care, everybody. God bless, and we will see you all soon. Bye-bye.